Dear students, today we'll be discussing the treatment of various reserves like general reserve, investment fluctuation reserve, workman compensation reserve at the time of dissolution. We'll also discuss the treatment of fictitious assets like your miscellaneous expenditure, preliminary expenses, your advertisement suspense given on the asset side of the balance sheet at the time of dissolution of partnership firm. So let us take each and every item one by one. First is general reserve. As you know that we make general reserve out of firm's profit. So whenever general reserve is there at the time of dissolution, it is never transferred to realization. It is not to be transferred to realization. It will directly go to partner's capital. So whenever there is a general reserve, we'll transfer it to partner's capital. In which ratio? In the ratio, existing ratio, because there is no old and new ratio in case of dissolution. We are dissolving the firm. So we'll be distributing this general reserve in the existing ratio. Like for example, if you have general reserve appearing on the liability side of the balance sheet, this is our liability side of the balance sheet. Let us say general reserve is 60,000 and you have three partners, partner A, B, C, sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2:1. Then we'll be dividing this 60,000 in their existing ratio, and the journal entry will be journal entry for distributing. This will be journal reserve account debit to A's capital, B's capital and C's capital. So we'll be distributing journal reserve in the old ratio. Old ratio is the old ratio or their existing ratio. Because this is not a case of admission, the 60,000 will be dividing in the ratio of 3:2. So this will be 30,000, 20,000 and 10,000. So this is how we treat general reserve when general reserve is appearing in the balance sheet at the time of dissolution. So in no case it will be transferred to realization. It will directly go to partner's capital, and this is the journal entry for distributing general reserve. Now the second item is investment fluctuation reserve. As you all know, we studied investment fluctuation reserve in case of admission, in case of retirement, death, as well as in case of change in profit sharing ratio. We make investment fluctuation reserve so that we'll be able to meet the fluctuations in the value of investment. Fluctuations in the value of investment. So here we need to be very careful when we are dealing in case of dissolution. If suppose you have investment fluctuation reserve along with the investment in the balance sheet, meaning is that you are having investment fluctuation reserve, like suppose this is your balance sheet and you are having investment fluctuation reserve given on the liability side of the balance sheet along with investment. Suppose your investment is 50,000 and your reserve is 10,000. So if both are there, investment along with the investment fluctuation reserve, in that case it will be transferred to realization. Both will be transferred to realization. You know that all the assets though we are transferring to realization, but investment fluctuation reserve will also be transferred to realization in that case. So if investment fluctuation reserve is appearing in the balance sheet, with investment, and both will appear on the opposite side. Investment is your asset and this is your reserve. It will appear on the liability side and this will appear on the asset side. So if you are having investment fluctuation reserve along with investment, both will be transferred to realization. And how these will be transferred to realization? Suppose this is your realization account. So you will be transferring investment. Investment is our asset. We transfer asset on this side, debit side, to investment. Like we taken in the previous example, 50,000 investment, and you have investment fluctuation reserve as your reserve 10,000. So this is the treatment. In no case it will be transferred to partners capital. So but if this was the first case, now in second case, if you are having investment fluctuation reserve in the balance sheet, but there is no investment appearing. Without investment you are having investment fluctuation reserve, then what is to be done? देखो, like situation is like this. This is your balance sheet. You are having investment fluctuation reserve with 10,000, but there is no investment. Investment is not there, or the book value of investment is nil. Then what is to be done? In this second situation, you will transfer investment fluctuation reserve to partners capital. Investment fluctuation reserve to partners capital. In no case it will be transferred to realization. So these are the two different situations. In the first case, you are having investment along with the investment fluctuation reserve. In this case, it will be transferred to realization. Both will be transferred to realization. But in the second case, as you are not having investment, you are having only investment fluctuation reserve. So in the second situation, it will be transferred to partners capital. And what is the journal entry? Journal entry will be investment fluctuation reserve account debit, reserve account debit to partners capital. Individually you will credit partners capital account in their existing ratio. Whatever be their existing ratio, it will be distributed. So this is the treatment of investment fluctuation reserve. Now let us discuss the third important adjustment, which is workman compensation fund. Workman compensation fund or treatment of workman compensation reserve. So let us see how this important reserve is treated, and you will find that in most of the cases this workman compensation reserve used to come in the board exam. So you need to be very careful while doing the treatment of workman compensation reserve. Treatment of workman's compensation reserve. Now it has various cases. So let us discuss all the cases one by one. In situation 1, first situation, when there is no liability against or when there is no claim against workman compensation. Let me remind you, we have been discussing this workman compensation earlier also, but what is the basic purpose of making this reserve? So that if some accident occurs during the factory hours, so the In that case, you can meet the liability against that liability arise due to that accident from this reserve. So this is the purpose. So whenever there is casualty occurs during the working hours, so the loss due to that casualty can be recovered through this reserve. So when there is no liability, it means there is no casualty occurs. So in that case, what will happen if there is no liability? The full amount of workman compensation will be your gain. So as you have been doing in case of admission, retirement, death and change in profit sharing ratio, the full amount of workman compensation reserve will be your gain. So it will be transferred to your partner's capital. So in the first situation, we'll be making journal entry for transferring full amount of workman compensation reserve to partners capital in their existing ratio, and journal entry will be workman compensation reserve account debit to partners capital. Individually you need to write partners capital account. Individually means you need to mention the name of partner individually to A's capital, B's capital, C's capital in their existing ratio, and the amount will be full amount will be distributed. So what was there in the first case? When there is no liability. Now let us discuss second situation, when liability is there. So when the claim or liability against workman compensation is less than workman compensation reserve. So when liability is less than workman compensation reserve appearing in the balance sheet, like for example, balance sheet is given to you and there is workman compensation reserve with 50,000. Now it is given in the numerical that in the adjustment there is a liability against workman compensation with rupees 40,000, and there are two partners A and B sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2, and they decided to dissolve the firm. So it's a case of dissolution. Workman compensation which is appearing in the balance sheet is 50,000, while in adjustment, and adjustments are given after the balance sheet, it is mentioned that there is a liability against workman compensation with rupees 40,000. So here liability is less and workman compensation reserve is more as compared to liability. Liability is less and workman compensation is more. So how this is to be treated in case of dissolution? This is very important. See, we have been doing the treatment of workman compensation in the admission, retire, reconstitution of partnership, but here the treatment will differ. Here what we are going to do, we are going to transfer the amount equal to the liability. The amount equal to liability is 40,000. So how to treat this 50,000? This full 50,000 will be treating like this. 40,000 will be transferred to realization and remaining 10,000 will be transferred to partners capital. So this is how we'll be doing it. So the treatment in this was my second situation. Treatment in second situation will be the amount of workman compensation reserve equal to the liability. Liability arise will be transferred to realization, transferred to realization account, and the balance left in workman compensation reserve will be transferred to partners capital account. So workman compensation reserve, will be dividing workman compensation reserve in two parts. First, that part with which we will meet the liability. So here workman compensation amount is 50,000, out of which 40,000 will be absorbed in meeting the liability and 10,000 will be transferred to partners capital. So the one which is absorbed in meeting the liability will be transferred to realization account, right? So let us frame the journal entry. Journal entry will be workman compensation reserve account debit with how much? This will be with 50,000 and 40,000 will be transferring to the realization account. To realization account with the amount of liability determined, and the remaining will be distributed in partners capital. In this situation, we are having two partners A and B sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2. So to A's capital account and to B's capital account. So this will be, remaining is 10,000. So let us divide that 10,000 in this ratio, 3/5. So it will be 6,000 and 4,000. So this is the journal entry in second situation when liability is less than workman compensation reserve. The remaining balance will be distributed between the partners in the existing ratio. Now let us see third situation. Now what will happen in third situation? In third situation, we assume that liability against workman compensation reserve is more than workman compensation reserve available in the balance sheet. Like for example, in the balance sheet, workman compensation reserve is given to you as 50,000. And in the adjustment, it is mentioned that the liability or claim against workman compensation is rupees 75,000. Then what is to be done in this situation? In this situation, because liability is more. So when liability is more, liability is more than workman compensation reserve, it means nothing is left for partners. Even the workman compensation reserve falls short of liability. So what is to be done in this case? First point. Okay, and one more thing, one more journal entry which we left here, because this is a case of dissolution. So what will happen in case of dissolution? Along with this, I am leaving this third situation because there was one more entry here. Along with this entry, you have to pass one more entry which is related to the payment of liability, because you have to make all the you have to clear all the liabilities right now. So the second entry, first entry will be this in the second situation, and the second entry I am writing here, second entry for payment of liability. So payment of liability will be realization account debit to cash or bank with the claim. Claim is 40,000. So I am repeating the treatment in second situation. In second situation, first of all, you will transfer the reserve equal to the liability arise in the realization account, and balance is transferred to partners capital. So this is the first entry. And second entry which you need to pass will be the payment of claim, because you cannot delay this payment. You have to clear all your liabilities right now, because this is a case of dissolution. So second entry is also must. Realization account debit to cash. You cannot give debit to liability. Why? Because You are not creating any additional liability here. All the liabilities, all the assets are to be done through realization. So this is the journal entry for payment of liability that arise due to workman compensation. So 2 entries will be there. So likewise, let us come to third situation. In third situation, as we already know, liabilities are more. So in this case, when liabilities are more, full amount will be transferred to a realization. So first journal entry for transferring workman compensation reserve to realization account. What is the journal entry for this? Journal entry will be workman compensation reserve account debit to realization, and this will be with the amount of workman compensation appearing in the balance sheet. So full value. With full value, you will be transferring this to realization. And after transferring, second entry, we did second entry here also, you have to give journal entry for payment of liability. Payment of liability or claim. So what is the journal entry for payment of liability or claim? This will be realization account debit to cash or bank account with 75,000. So how this is going to appear in the realization account? In realization account, number 1, you will transfer full WCR. So here you will be writing by workman compensation reserve 50,000, and here you will be making entry for payment to cash 75,000. This is for payment of claim. So this is how it is to be done when liability is there and liability is more than workman compensation reserve. Now in the third situation, situation 4. Fourth situation, when liability or claim is just equal to the workman compensation reserve. So it means whatever reserve you have made, the full will be utilized to make the payment towards liability. So here also you will be passing 2 entries. First entry for transferring full amount to workman compensation reserve to realization, and second entry for making payment towards the liability. So let us pass first entry for transferring like we did in previous case. So first entry will be workman compensation reserve to realization with the full amount, and second entry realization to cash. So these were the 4 situations, and in the last situation, what will happen in the last situation? You are having liability, you are having claim, but that claim is without workman compensation reserve. So let us discuss the last situation also, fifth situation, situation 5. When there is a claim for workman's compensation, but there is no workman compensation reserve appearing. So you don't have any reserve, but liability is there. So this will be treated as unrecorded liability. So you will not pass any entry for transferring WCR to realization because you don't have workman compensation. So directly you will be passing the journal entry for payment for claim, payment against claim. The journal entry for making payment against claim will be realization account debit to cash account with the amount of claim. So this was the treatment of workman compensation. Now let us discuss the treatment of accumulated losses. As we discussed in the beginning, that we'll be discussing the treatment of accumulated losses or fictitious assets. So let us see how this will appear in the balance sheet. In the balance sheet, it is already there. You are already having advertisement suspense account appearing at the time of dissolution, or it can be miscellaneous expenditure, or it can be profit and loss account with a debit balance. So profit and loss debit balance means it is a loss or preliminary expenses. So whatever things are there, whether advertisement suspense, miscellaneous expenditure, profit and loss, or debit balance, all these will be treated through partners capital. So we'll be giving debit to partners capital. So what is your journal entry in this case? Your journal entry will be individually, you will be giving debit to partners capital. So partners capital account debit to advertisement, partners capital account debit to miscellaneous expenditures, partners capital account debit to profit and loss account, partners capital debit to preliminary expenses. So this is how it is to be treated. We'll be giving debit to partners capital account debit to advertisement suspense. Individually you will be giving debit to partners capital. So likewise for this, partners capital account debit to miscellaneous expenditure, partners capital account debit to profit and loss account in their existing ratio. Whatever ratio is given, we'll be distributing that in the existing ratio. So this is how we'll be treating. So I hope the treatment of accumulated reserve must be clear to you. So let us recapitulate what we did today. So today we have done the treatment of reserve in various situations and treatment of fictitious assets at the time of dissolution. Journal reserve, in no case it will be transferred to realization. It will be directly transferred to partners capital in the existing ratio, and this is the journal entry, journal reserve account debit to partners capital. And the treatment of investment fluctuation reserve, I told you that if you are having investment along with investment fluctuation reserve, in that case it will be transferred to realization account. Both will be transferred to realization account. But if you are having investment fluctuation reserve without investment, in that case you will be transferring if you don't have investment fluctuation reserve, in that case you will be transferring investment fluctuation reserve to partners capital only. In that case it will not be transferred to realization. And the next one is treatment of workman compensation. In 5 situations we discuss the treatment of workman compensation: situation 1, situation 2, situation 3, 4 and 5. In first situation you don't have liability, so full workman compensation will be distributed among the partners. In the second situation you are having liability, but the amount of liability is less than workman compensation. And in the next situation, third situation, liability is more than workman compensation. Fourth situation, liability is equal to workman compensation. And in the last situation, you don't have workman compensation but you are having liability. And the last case we discuss the treatment of all accumulated losses. So these losses will appear on the asset side. These are already there in the asset side of the balance sheet. So we need to distribute them among the existing partners in the existing ratio. So I hope the treatment is clear to you. Now you practice more and more numericals from T.S. Grewal or NCERT's book for additional practice. So that's all for today. Have a nice day.